Tonight we have Pandit Persadji leading us through tonight's discourse. Most of us know him very well, but for those who don't, I would like to introduce him again. Pandit Neil Persad is one of the versatile Panditjis at Devi Mandir. He has extensive scriptural knowledge and engages in various congregations on a wide range of topics during his discourses, some of which we will experience today. Pandit Neil Persad is originally from Trinidad. He studied in Toronto and now lives in America. He has over 30 years of experience as an IT management consultant and is also dedicated to spiritually empowering our community. Along with that, he is also a professionally trained singer and musician, which he also incorporates in his compelling clubhouse. Devi Mandir takes pride in having Pandit Neil Persad as one of the integral members of our team of highly qualified Panditjis. Now let's connect the moderator to Panditji's bhajan and pravachan. Thank you.
That was fantastic. So another leader in the mix. Thank you for that.
Jai Mata Di. Sitaram, Namaste, Jai Guru Datta, Om Sai Ram, Sat Sri Akal. Pranam to each and everyone. Let us sit upright for a few minutes as we begin this evening, our 5th session of this beautiful Navaratri Yagya. We take a deep breath, gently close our eyes and bow our heads in prayer. Take another deep breath, drop your shoulders and relax. Once more, deep breath, focus on Bhagwan Sri Ganesha. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Sri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswati Namaha, Shri Guru Charana Kamale Namo Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Deva Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Karpur Gauram Karunavataram Samsar Saram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayaravinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Atulit Baladhamam Hema Shailabadeham Danujavan Krishanu Gyani Namagraganyam Sakala Gunanidaram Vanaranam Adhijam रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमस्य धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्। परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे। हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम। Goswami Tulsidas ji writes in the very first shloka of Sri Ramacharita, a beautiful prayer called Mangal Ashtakam, glorifying Bhagwan Sri Ganesha, Mother Vani, the goddess of speech, Mother Saraswati, and of course the sage Valmiki. Tonight we turn to chapter 1, shloka number 1 from Sri Ramacharita, Mangal Ashtakam. Goswami Tulsidas ji ne kaha, Varnanam artha sanghanam rasanam chandasamapi mangalanam cha kartaro vande vani vinayako bhavani shankaro vande shraddha vishwasrupino याभ्यां विना पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्थम् ईश्वरम् वन्दे बोधमयं गुरुं शङ्कररूपिणो यामाश्रितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्रः सर्वदा वन्दते सीताराम गुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यवृवारिणो वन्दे विशुद्ध विज्ञानो कवीश्वरा। प्रेम से भगवान रामचंद्र की जय। My dear brothers and sisters, now, if you will take the palms of your hands like this and place it on your thighs facing upwards, let the energy flow up. With your backs, your backbone, your spine straight. Keep your head straight, gently close your eyes now. And take a deep breath, drop your shoulders and relax. And we go into 1 minute of dhyana, 1 minute of silence. Remove from the mind tonight the journey coming to Mandir, all the activities prior to coming to Mandir. And focus that mind now on the divine lotus feet of Shakti Swarupa Jagadeshwari Jagadamba Bhavani Shankar Ma. Jai Mata. This evening, on this 5th night of Navaratri, let us glorify Bhagwan Sri Ganesha as we always do. Prathama Puji Vinayaka. Chant the name of Lord Ganesha. The bhajan tells us, the beloved son of Mother Gauri, I surrender to thee, O Lord. the Lord of all demigods, the beloved child of Bhagwan Shiva and Mother Parvati. Gauri Ganesh, Uma Mahesh, Parvati Nandan, Sri Ganesh. Now, let us bow to the feet of the Guru. The mantra tells us Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parah Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. We bow again and again to that supreme noble teacher, the Lord of the universe, the Lord of Prashanti. Guru Devaya Namo Namo. Maharaj ki Jai. Tonight, once again, as we did last night, I ask all of us to sit upright. And tonight we're going to connect yet another ribbon to the feet of the Devi. Unravel that ribbon, bring it to our hearts, and pin it on to the chest of the heart as we connect that like an umbilical cord to the mother tonight. As you do this, I'd like you to sit upright again. Gently close your eyes or even look directly at Mom. Feel her energy, devotees, radiating through this virtual ribbon. What color is the ribbon tonight? Blue. You ever sing in Trinidad, blue, blue, God love me? No, you. Tonight, the love of the Divine Mother, let us feel that love. As you either look into her eyes or her lotus feet, or even close your eyes and picture her right to the center of your forehead. Feel that divine love. Feel the Shakti of Ma radiating even through that virtual ribbon that we have just connected. Those of you joining us online as well, virtually connect that ribbon to the beautiful feet of Ma. Establish that spiritual connection, that one-on-one connection with her that we do so well. And when that protocol or that connection is locked on, devotees, Ma begins to smile at us. She smiles with you tonight. And then she utters these words. Oh, my sweet child, you have come from near and far to my mandir, this Devi Mandir. I am your Ma. I am here to look after you, all your needs. In response now, we respond to her. Oh Ma, Pyari Ma, lovely Ma, we have come before you tonight once again to sing your glories, to listen to your glories and to chant your name, Ma. We, your children, we only seek your divine grace and blessings, Ma. Please remove all darknesses, illuminate our lives, our minds, our bodies and souls with purity, Ma. Please take control of our minds, our bodies and souls, thus that every word, every thought and every deed will be encased with your love and will become pure. Ma, we seek your divine intervention in this world today as we pray for peace. We pray for global peace. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Ma. Instill light into the darkest hearts of all leaders of this world today. Remove the darkness so that you can utter peace. Shower your light upon us all, Ma. In this day and age, Ma, we come before you and we bow. Jai Jai Durga, Jaya Durga, Mahamaya Jagadamba. Hey Mata Vishwamohini Devi Jagadamba, Jaya Durga, Jaya Durga, Mahamaya Jagadamba, Parameshwari Jaya Durga, Jagadishwari Jayamba, Jai Jai Durga, Jaya Durga, Mahamaya Jagadamba. Tum Asha Vishwas Hamare, Tum Dharti Akash Hamare, Tum धरती आकाश हमारे माता, तुम आशा विश्वास हमारी। जय जय दुर्गा, जय दुर्गा, महामाया जगदम्बा। ओम दुर्गाये नमः, नमश्चंडिकाये नमः। जय कारावा शेरवाली मां साची दरबार की जय। My dear brothers and sisters, as we do every night of Navaratri, we glorify the 9 forms. We call Ma by the 9 main forms that represent her on each night of this Navaratri. The lyrics of this stotram is called the Shri Navadurga. Navadurga means 9 forms of Durga. Raksha mantra is Raksha mantra means protective mantra. Stotram dedicated to glorifying Ma. The chorus is very simple. Om Navadurgaye Namaha. Om Navdurga Namaha. Sorry. Om Jagajanini Namaha. Let us blend our voices as we sing very beautifully tonight. Om Shailputri Maiya Raksha Karo, Om Jagajanani Devi Raksha Karo. Durga Om Jagannatani प्रेम से बोलानी शक्ति भवानी शंकर माता की जय. Again we sit upright. From Devi Bhagavatam we summon the presence of the 9 forms of Durga. Prathamam Shailaputri cha Dvitiyam Brahmacharini Tridiyam Chandradhanteti Kushmandeti Chatustakam Panchamam Skandamate Shashtamam Katyayane Nichita Satamam Kalaratri Mahagauriti Astamam Mahagauriti Astamam Navam Siddhidatri Navadurga Prakriti Taha Adi Shakti Bhavani Shankar Mata Ki Jai. Devi Bhagavatam, Devi Skandamata. Simhasana Gata Nityam Padmasrita Kardavaya Subhadastu Sada Devi Skandamata Yashasvini Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Ma Skandamata Rupena Samskrita. Everyone. Namastasyai, 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 Namo Namaha. Adi Shakti Bhavani Shankar Mata Ki Jai. Eternally lustrous, he's enjoying himself. Skandamata moves about on a lion. And she's depicted always with 4 hands. She carries the lotus flower upon her 2 upper hands. Worshipping Skandamata with utmost faith and devotion is said to bring power and prosperity to one's life. Devotees, she fulfills all the desires and wishes of her devotees and grants them with the priceless treasures of life. You see, when you worship Ma Skandamata, you are also worshipping Lord Kartikeya. Who is Kartikeya? Shanmukh, the brother of Bhagwan Sri Ganesha. This is why Skanda Bhagwan is also short form for Kartik Bhagwan. You are also worshipping him because she is the one in this form who nurtured him. Lord Kartikeya, the god of courage and power, he sits on the lap of Skandamata. Therefore, your blessings are not only single. It's double because you're praying to both of them. It's double in favor of both Ma Skandamata and Lord Kartikeya, Skanda Bhagavan, because she symbolizes brilliance of power and prosperity. One can attain the blessings of Skandamata by completely surrendering yourselves to her and worshipping her with all heart. That applies to all the devas and the devis. So, in this Navaratri, let us seek the blessings of the goddess Skandamata for prosperity and happiness. Sitaram, Namaste, Jai Guru Datta, Om Sai Ram, Sat Sri Akal. Swagatam. Welcome once again to Devi Mandir tonight. I recognize all of our Pandits, our head priest, Pandit Jagvasaiji, Pandit Gireshji, Pandit Lalitji, and other Pandits, those joining us online as well. My mother, I almost said my parents. My mother, who is joining us in Trinidad, and my Pitaji, wherever he is, by the feet of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. I'm sure he's looking around and giving us his blessings tonight. Mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, friends, musicians, relatives, Patni, children. On this auspicious night of Navaratri, I'm very humbled to be with you together tonight as we worship Ma in this form of Skandamata. Today, of course, is the second night of 3, worshipping Lakshmi Mata. And tomorrow night, we will touch, just to kind of give you a perspective, even though it's dedicated to Ma Lakshmi, we will touch a little bit on Ma Saraswati, because Friday night, we'll be paying homage and tribute to our Kanyas, all of our beautiful children of Devi Mandir. And they're very near and dear to all of us. So we must give them that time and pay absolute obeisance to Ma in the form of those beautiful Kanyas. So with that said, our theme bhajan for this Yagya, we did one of it last night. It is Ambe Charana Kamala Haitere. Charana Kamal means we worship your lotus, we bow and we worship your lotus feet, O Ma. So tonight as we sing this bhajan, whatever difficulties that you may face in life, whatever your thoughts are, whatever the challenges are, place them to the feet of Ma. And ask Ma, please, as we place and we come before you and we prostrate before you, Ma, please remove all of these challenges from our lives. May our path be clear. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Tonight we sing. Sarvamangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanya Trambake Gauri Narayani Namaste Ambe Ambe, Ambe, feel the vibrations, my dear devotees. Ma is listening to our cries tonight. Place your thoughts, place all your wishes to her feet. Ambe, Charan Kamal. Hello. Shivam या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। प्रेम से बोला शक्ति भवानी शंकर माता की। Do you feel her presence? She's most definitely with us. About 3 p.m. this evening, I was busy at work. I saw some raindrops. Then it turned to flurries. And by 4 o'clock, we had an inch of snow on the ground. By 5 o'clock, it was between a mix of rain and ice and slush. I think that's what you call it here, right? Oh, I miss Florida right now. I'm just kidding. But despite all of that, despite all of the challenges, you have all come to seek the blessings of the Devi. Many would have, I'm not condemning or criticizing anyone, many would have said, boy, when I'm looking good, I'm going to stay home tonight. You see, when you put your mind to something and you commit to, I am going to Mandir tonight, Ma will ensure that the road is clear. The snowplows will clean the road for you to be here so you can come and seek her darshan. Many will come to the Mandir and maybe stay in the parking lot, not many, some, or stay outside. These 90 minutes or thereabouts are perhaps the most precious 90 or minutes of your entire day. Mine for sure, I can tell you. I look forward to this. Seated among such beautiful souls, the Pandits, and seated especially in front of the goddess herself. Just an opportunity to sing, to clap, to chant, just to look at her beautiful, her muskan, her beautiful outlook, her face, and seek that blessings. My dear brothers and sisters, our katha tonight, very short one, but it focuses on Lakshmi on this second of 3 nights dedicated to her. We examined the Devis and their significance as we did last night. Ma Durga, she controls the powers of nature, Parakrita Shakti. And Mahalakshmi represents the thought power, Sankalpa Shakti. The power of speech, Vak Shakti, is represented by Saraswati Devi Ma. In order to acquire these 3 powers, various forms of worship are performed during this Navaratri period. But prayers alone are not enough, devotees. Prayers should not just be from the lips. Baba, Bhagwan Seva tells us, hands that serve are holier than lips that pray. When you can help someone, it is even holier than lips that pray. You help someone in need. If you cannot help someone, if you are unable to help someone or do good or say something about someone, zip it. You will do yourself a good. You will incur or you will accumulate less negative karma. All of our prayers, all of our offerings, when we sing a bhajan, Priyaji knows very well. She does an amazing job. When she sings from our heart. When we sing from our heart. The tears should be ready to, the eyes should be ready to pop with tears. Why? Not for show, or not for anyone to feel sorry for you, but to give that devotion in the form of tears. That is perhaps one of the best forms of devotion. When our biological mothers brought us into this world, I am 100% sure that she cried. She cried, firstly in pain, because it's not an easy process. Childbirth is not easy. She cried in pain, but she also cried in joy when she held you for the first time, when she held us for the first time. No? Mothers in the audience, when you hold your babies for the first time. The heart that we spoke about last night, Lord Vishnu's heart, where Mother Lakshmi, that's her abode. It symbolizes the ocean of milk, Kshira Sagar. If milk goes bad in the fridge, would you drink it? I doubt very much. It's not good. That heart and the Kshira Sagar, that milk, is pure. It's white. And when you have a pure heart and you go before Ma, your prayers are accepted. We won't deal with the negatives tonight. We are in Navaratri. We are reading the negatives. When Lakshmi energizes or emerges, purity of speech will follow. Whatever you speak should conform to the truth. Just last night I was having a discussion about this. When you speak the truth, you may cause as many enemies as you will friends. Think about this for a second. When you stand up for the truth, you will cause many enemies as well as friends. My late father, perfect example of standing up for the truth, even if it meant his own family, myself included as a son. He always stood for the truth and what was righteous. Brothers and sisters, during these 9 nights of Navaratri, Goddess Shakti, energy, is worshipped. When we go before that energy or that Shakti, there is nothing like negative. Your mind has to be absolutely clean. Why do you think Easter Highway or burn the coconut on Saturday night? We'll be burning the coconuts. What is the symbolism? Because it's something that everybody else does, Devi Mandir must do it too. What is the symbol? Let's deviate for a quick second. We're speaking about purity. Why do we burn this coconut? Let's examine. We all know what the coconut looks like. It's a dry coconut. It has a shell, which is husk. In that shell contains fibers. It is said the number of fibers in that coconut, in an average sized coconut, in tens of thousands by the way, is equal to the blood vessels in the body, the human body. Right? So that's the similarity there. When you remove the husk, there's a hard shell. That hard shell symbolizes what? Ego. The 9 negative qualities. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Hankar, all these negative qualities. So too, when we burn that coconut in the fire, in Agni, we break that, the fire is going to break that ego. We're burning the ego away to release what? Amrit, Nariyal Pani, the purest form of water there is. Coconut trees, a lot of them, they will grow on the ocean side. They feed off salt water. But when you drink that coconut water, isn't it sweet? That is Amrit. Baba is right. That's the whole purpose of burning this coconut. This is what Navaratri is all about. It's a symbolic gesture at the end saying, oh Ma, now that I have listened to 9 nights of katha from all the pandits, I've taken this pravachan, this food, it is nourishing my body, mind and soul. I am now getting, energy now to purify every single thought, word and deed. Now we offer this coconut, touch it to our forehead, Ma purify me, and we burn the coconut, symbolizing the riddance of the 9 negative qualities. My dear brothers and sisters, truth is the primal cause. There's nothing other than this truth. All faculties of energy are present in this truth. So consider truth as your mother and follow it. The Vedas proclaim Satyam Bara Dharmam Chara. Another maxim that my dad followed. Satyam Bara Dharmam Chara, which means speak the truth and follow righteousness. Unfortunately today, people do not follow this. On the contrary, they follow asatya, means untruth, and adharma, unrighteousness. This I quote from Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. If you look at the murti of Mahalakshmi, how many hands does she have? 4, right? 4 hands. These 4 hands of Mahalakshmi they coincide with the 4 Purusharthas of human existence. What are they? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Dharma, right action. Satyam vada dharmam chara. We just covered this. Speak the truth and walk the path of righteousness always. Artha, wealth, form of Mahalakshmi in all forms. Social, economic, political, etc. Kama, the fulfilling of desires. You've heard this from me before. In this world today, we all have desires. Right? If you think of this, every one of us has a desire. When desires are not fulfilled, we become very sad, we become upset. It has even gotten to a point where one devotee asked me when he said, Baba, does it even have a God? I said, what do you mean by this? I said, well, I've been asking for X, Y, and Z for so long and it ain't happening, I'm doing all this puja. Well then check up on yourself, something has to be wrong. Because Bhagwan knows when, why, where, how much, and whom. Analyze this for a second. There should not be any questions. If something is not for you, it is not for you. It will not happen. It will never happen. Our life has been already charted. We must follow time, expiration date, birth date, that's all charted. Brothers and sisters, the fourth one, moksha, final beatitude or liberation. In moksha, there are 4 states. One must aspire to go back to Godhead, to become one with Him, sayujya. One of her palms is facing downwards like this, dispensing gold coins called Swarnahasta. This means that she is Sampadadayini, the aspect of Supreme Brahman. Hence, she is called Sri, the goddess of prosperity. The upper palm, she confers spiritual blessings in the form of swastik qualities, sattvic qualities, Tonight, we look at the 8 forms of Ma, Ashta Lakshmi. When we perform pujas, we begin with Devi Puja I'm speaking about. The Pandit will perform, what's the first puja? Ganesh Ji. Next. Gauri Ma. Why Gauri Ma? Another form of the Devi. Why is she second? You see, devotees, all the ingredients that we use in puja, the leaves, the grains, all of the, everything, even the ghee, some form or the other, Gauri Ma is connected. It all comes from her. And when you and I will discard this body, whether we are cremated or buried, guess where we're going? Gauri Ma. This is why she's so important. So Ganesh Baba, Gauri Mata, then Kalashti. Those 3 pujas must be done first. Then of course a little Havan. Why do we worship the Kalsa now? I'm going to deviate a little bit again from that now. Kalsa puja is performed for 3 reasons. The Kalsa is shaped, the base is very thin, the middle is swollen, and the top is thin. So the base of the Kalsa, it is said Lord Brahma resides. Lord Brahma is the creator. Right? Remember the Kamal pool? In the middle of the Kalsa where the neck is swollen, Lord Shiva resides, because when he swallowed the halahal poison in the Samudra Mathan, his throat became swollen. He was known as Neelakant. And on the top of the Kalsa, so we have Brahma, we have Shiva, and then Lord Vishnu is on the top. Lord Vishnu the preserver. And then when we install the Kalsa, we put the mango leaf and we put the parai and the rice. What goes on top of that now? The diya. And what or whom does that diya represent? Lakshmi Maya. Jai Lakshmi Mata. Om Jai Lakshmi Mata. तुमको निस दिन सेवक हर विष्णु दाता Om Jai Lakshmi Mata. Coming back to Kathana. So we perform Kalsa Puja, we've installed Mahalakshmi. Now the rest of the pujas can begin with your Pandit. When you consult, Pandits normally, you try to do 5 pujas, right? So normally you add to those pujas Durga, Lakshmi, Hanumanji, Shiva Shankar Baba Puja and so forth. My dear brothers and sisters, in that offering of the Kalash now, the Kalsa or Kalash as it's called, this is the first opportunity now to offer coins onto the baby. Coins are not supposed to be offered until you reach this point. Why? Because Mahalakshmi is not present on that baby. How many coins do we offer? Not a trick question. We offer 6, not 8. Because there are 6 forms of wealth. We'll go into that in a little bit. 6 coins are offered around that Kalsa in addition to the flowers. The 8 forms, let's go back for a second now. The 8 forms of Mahalakshmi personified as Ashta Lakshmi. The first one, Adi Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi resides with Lord Narayan in Vaikuntha, the abode of Lord Vishnu. She is known as Rama, meaning she brings happiness and peace to mankind. Last time we spoke about lighting that diya at 6 o'clock. Always make sure that is there. Adi Lakshmi and Narayan are not two different entities, you know. Lakshmi is Shakti and Narayana, she's also the power of Narayana. Yoga teaches us, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you should do? When your eyes open from your bed and you're ready to rise, what's the first thing you should do? Karagre Vasati Lakshmi. Yes, Panditji is correct. That's the first prayer. But there's one more thing before that, Babs. No, it's not checking your cell phone. That's something I will do. The first thing while lying down on your back is you look up and utter these words. Lakshmi Narayan. Lakshmi Narayan. Practice it from tomorrow. Lakshmi Narayan. Then Baba. Karagre Vasate Lakshmi Karamanti Saraswati Karamule to Govindam Karade Vadadarshana. Devotees, these mantras are very powerful, and this is how you start your day. You're calling Bhagwan, the presence of Bhagwan, especially Mahalakshmi. The second form, Dhanya Lakshmi. It means Dhanya means grain. It's not Dhanya. Dhanya means grains. Lakshmi is the goddess of the harvest, grains, and the Devi who blesses us with abundance and success in the harvest. Let's go back to puja again. When you give your Pandit, your Baba, the bag of seedha, there are normally grains in there, no? Bag of rice. What does the Baba do with the rice? Take it and carry it home and cook it and eat it? No. Baba is supposed to take out a handful of that rice, open the bag and take a handful of rice and put it in your orhani, to the Lakshmi of the home, and tie it in a knot. Lakshmi Ma is supposed to take that take the rice and place it. These days we have Ziploc bag and things. So you put it in a Ziploc bag and place it in your pantry. What does that symbolize? What is the meaning of this? So you have extra rice in case you run out? Huh? Say? We call it in Trinidad Barkat. That's what do you call it? Bhojpuri. Barkat. Barkat means that you will always have, your kitchen will never run out of food. Now, that barkat that you got from Baba doesn't mean to say that you must. We have a word in Trinidad, we call it chinks. We mean you be cheap with your food. No. My Aji always did this. Always cook extra food. Why? Because you never know who would come knocking on your door. What if Bhagwan Krishna showed up? Sorry boy, rice done. Can't help you today. Go down the road by McDonald's. Devotees, simple gestures like this is what we extract from our kathas. Yes, it's great to hear the story of Mahishasura and all these fellows, demons. But these are real life situations we can apply to our lives to make us better people and to rid us from these negative qualities, to make us good Sanatanists. The third form of Lakshmi Ma, Dharya Lakshmi. This form of Mother Lakshmi grants the boon of infinite courage and strength. Those who worship this form, Dharya Ma, leads a life with tremendous patience and inner stability. The fourth, Gaja Lakshmi. In the Srimad Bhagavata, we spoke about the churning of the ocean. We're not going to go into that katha. We've done that katha many times. But it's very symbolic. Because the gods and demons, they were explained in detail in that katha. But Mahalakshmi came out of the ocean sitting on a full-bloomed lotus, as she's depicted here with the murti. And also having a lotus in both hands and 2 elephants on her sides. And this is why she's known as Gaja Lakshmi. Again, for stability, firmness. Santana Lakshmi, the fifth form. In family life, children are the greatest treasures. We all have children, parents, most of us. Those who worship this form of Lakshmi, known as Santana Lakshmi, are bestowed with the grace of Mahalakshmi and have the wealth of the form of desirable children. Children are our wealth. Make no mistake. The sixth form of Mahalakshmi, Vijaya Lakshmi. What is Vijaya? Victory. Vijaya Lakshmi, meaning you will get success in all undertakings and facets of life. The seventh, Dhana Lakshmi. This is the one we all know her for. Wealth. Many forms. Love, nature, peace and health, happiness. The eighth form, and a very important form of Maha, Vidya, Lakshmi. What is Vidya? Knowledge, education, serenity, regularity, sincerity, simplicity, and so forth. There are 18 of them. In her Gayatri mantra, as we chant all together, we sit upright again. Om Mahalakshmiye Vidmahi Vishnu Priyaye Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Again. Om Mahalakshmiye Vidmahi Vishnu Patye Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Once more. Om Mahalakshmiye Vidmahi Vishnu Priyaye Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Prem se bolo Shri Lakshmi Mata Maharani ki Jai. Let us blend our voices as we sing the praises of Lakshmi Mata and Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. Vishnu Priya Mahalakshmi Teri Jai Jaikar, Teri Jai Jaikar, Jagat mein Teri Jai Jaikar. Thank you so much. And of course the Devi Mandir Kirtan group. Thank you all so much. My dear brothers and sisters, we turn now to a beautiful story, Kahani, extracted from Devi Bhagavatam. It's called The Encounter. We all know who Shani Dev is, right? One of the 9 planets. Shani Dev. Once upon a time, Shani Dev and goddess Lakshmi were traveling and they accidentally, we say in Trinidad, they bunks up, they meet up each other on the way. After some initial conversations, and they began to exchange their whereabouts, where have you been, where are you coming from, and so forth, they began to contradict each other with words. Now, these are Devas and Devi contradicting each other's words. Shani Dev, he claimed, he says, Lakshmi Ma, I am much better than you as I am responsible for maintaining justice in this world. Lakshmi Ma retorted, she says, that's not true. I am better than you. What are you talking about? I give happiness, I give wealth and prosperity to the entire world. Shani Dev replied, by nature itself, you are very volatile, meaning you never stay in one place, Lakshmi Ma. You're always here, there, and you're always in a state of migration. Also, you didn't discriminate between good and bad souls. You can even stay with bad souls. In other words, she gives good and bad. Lakshmi Ma countered, she says, listen, Shani, stop commenting on my nature and look at yourself first. What a lesson she's giving you now. In other words, look in the mirror before you point fingers. Devotees, we as human beings, we have a great tendency to do this. We will find faults as human beings. We find fault with everybody else. But we fail to stand up and look in the mirror because that's the first thing. It is said, if you can correct one fault of yours, you don't have to worry about the rest of the world. You immediately become a better person. Take a look in the mirror. She said, the whole world is afraid of you and your malefic aspect. No one wants to invite you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been told that you have a Shani Graha, or Shani is impacting you in a malefic way? Yeah. And it's a serious thing. I've been through a Shani Graha myself. It's like a sign. I describe it like this best. It's like a sine curve, a sine wave. So it starts off when everything's okay, and you hit ground bottom zero, pretty much, you bottom out, meaning that things are really bad. And then it goes back up again. How long does a Shani Graha normally last? 17 years. That's a long time. Normally 17 years. Devotees, the conversation continues. She says, Mahalakshmi says to him, you Shani, you always create a sense of torture. Again, when you hear Shani Graha, don't you get scared? You need to call Baba right away. Check the patra, see what's going on. Brothers and sisters, the arguments seemed never ending. They went on like this for hours. And then they decided to seek the opinion of Lord Brahma, the creator of the world. So they both went to Lord Brahma, and they began to prostrate before him. Oh Lord, tell us, who is better between the two of us? Mahalakshmi or Shani Dev? Now Lord Brahma was a very diplomatic person, so listen to his response. He says, look, in his mind, if I favor Mahalakshmi, I will not be able to escape the malefic aspect of Shani. So even he is afraid of Shani Dev. So he says, and if I favor Shani, then Lakshmi Ma will get angry with me. She wouldn't grant me anything that's, wealth or wishes and so forth. So he diplomatically said, the answer to this question can only be given by whom? Lord Vishnu. So he's escalating now up the chain of command. He goes to Lord Vishnu now. Then when they went to Vishnu, Bhagwan, he passed the responsibility. He said, no, I can't deal with it. So I'll go by Lord Shiva now. So you see, they're going up the chain of command. Going to Shiva now. Then from Lord Shiva, it was escalated to Narad Muni, the most praised and devoted devotee of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu and Lord Brahma. Narad Muni's wisdom came into play now. And they went to him, they said, Naradji, who is better between the two of us? Narad Muni replied, he says, I have the answer to this question, but for that, you both have to simultaneously walk to a certain point and then return back, come back to me. So both Shani Dev and Lakshmi Ma, they followed Narad Muni's instructions and they did the exercise they were told. So they walked a distance and then they came back to him. And as they were walking back now, Narad Muni started praising them. Very good, very good. Sab acha hai. You are both equally very powerful. Two very powerful individuals indeed. And then he calmly replied. He says, Shani Dev now he got even more frustrated. He says, Narad, come on, what are you doing? Stop praising us. Tell us who is the better of the two. Narad Muni calmly replied. He says, for that, you'll have to repeat the same exercise once more. Go to that point and come back. Walk back to me. Angrily now Shani Dev said, what do you think? We are children? Are we small children? Why you keep on having us do this exercise? Then Narad Muni says, very softly, says, look, to get the answer that you're looking for, you must do this exercise. So they did it again. When they came back now, Narad Muni explained, he says, look, you are both equally good, but here, Shani, You look good when you walk away from me. And Lakshmi, you look good when you come to me. So what is the moral of this? There was no winner, by the way, in this contest. The conclusion. This story of Shani Dev and Goddess Lakshmi teaches us a very profound lesson about balance, about perspective, and respect for dual forces that shape our lives. Challenges and prosperity. We should treat them equally. Based on the learnings, embrace both prosperity and challenges equally. Just as Narad Muniji highlighted wealth and hardships serve a purpose. Wealth should be used wisely to create an impact, while challenges should be seen as opportunities to grow and to gain wisdom. If you are challenged, go and research it. Learn how to overcome that challenge. Don't blame anyone. We must also develop resilience and gratitude. This is what this story is teaching us. When prosperity, Lakshmi, arrives, embrace that prosperity with humility and generosity. Share wealth and success with others to ensure that it always continuously flows. And when difficulties or Shani Dev comes to you, face them with patience and perseverance, knowing that it will bring important lessons and it will help us to balance our lives, to help us to grow. Brothers and sisters, always maintain ethical practices. What do we mean by this? Especially in mandirs, in business, in your homes, or when you associate with the community. Prosperity without justice leads to greed and imbalance. And always ensure that wealth is acquired ethically and used for the greater good. When something is coming to you, wealth-wise coming to you very easily, double check it. Make sure there are no strings attached. Always ensure that it is acquired ethically. Justice without compassion can be harsh and unforgiving. Strive for fairness while also allowing space for kindness and understanding. Respect the natural cycles in life. Understand that both good and bad times are transient, just like that sine curve, just like that Shani Graha. Good and bad will come out of it. Accept life's ups and downs with equanimity, knowing that nothing is permanent. Nothing in this world is permanent. Here today, gone tomorrow. We all have an expiration date. Remember that. Instead of resisting difficult times, learn from them and prepare for the opportunities ahead. Because when you cross a bridge today, meaning some difficulty or some challenge in life, guess what? You become a master that the next time you can actually see when it's coming and know how to go over it without getting yourself in trouble. These are lessons that we should instill upon our children as well, to be aware of these things, to look out for these things. Seek wisdom in decision making. Just as Narad Muni used his wisdom to mediate that conflict between Mahalakshmi and Shani Dev. They could have put on a fight, But because of Narad Muni's wisdom, he mediated so that he would come to a balance. There would be a peaceful solution to their issue or their problem. When faced with dilemmas, seek solutions that consider both short-term and long-term sustainability. Foster harmony in personal and professional life. Brothers and sisters, in personal relationship, always respect differences and recognize both struggles and success to contribute a meaningful journey. In professional life, create an environment where both accountability, Shani Dev is one accountability, and rewards, Mahalakshmi, coexist peacefully, ensuring that everyone is thriving fairly, sustainable, and you have a very calm and peaceful workplace. And finally tonight, we must strive to appreciate both the arrival of prosperity and the departure of hardships. This life is a continuous cycle of the understanding of each phase. It allows us to navigate with wisdom and balance and grace. You see, we are transitioning in the mandir now. Uncle Sam is gone. May his Atma be Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And as we transition in these leadership roles, we have to respect and we have to appreciate the hard work and dedication of good souls, good human beings who strive for positivity, who strive for upliftment, not to cut people down. This is not what Sanatana Dharma is all about. None of our scriptures teaches us this. We speak of the truth. We speak of upliftment. We speak of enlightenment. When we speak and we speak to Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, if we cannot practice that, then throw it out. then we are useless. We become just like a puppet, repeating mantras and not having that core value to stand up for what is right and to uphold dharma. And I will tell you this again, Satyam Vara Dharmam Chara. When you stand up and you uphold dharma for the truth, one day to come when you need that, dharma will uphold you. Make no mistake, I've seen it with my own eyes. Dharma will uphold you. Be truthful, be honest, be loving, speak words that are kind. In this day and age, devotees, Ma's presence, especially during these 9 nights, not only brings us material wealth, no, spiritual abundance. You know what is spiritual abundance? When you can lie down in your bed at night and close your eyes and not go out to sleep in 2 minutes. That is spiritual abundance. You know why? You are able to deflect. Everything that you think, if you go back till this morning, till the time you woke up till now, all the thoughts that have crossed your mind, all the things that you have done, how do you just park that? Close your eyes and say, okay, I'm ready to sleep now, unless you're really tired. Brothers and sisters, that is spiritual abundance. That is spiritual growth. That is when this material world, you can turn it off, because our scriptures teaches us this. How to disengage. Our goal, one of the 4 Purusharthas we spoke about was moksha, the last one. Our goal and aim in life should always be moksha. How do I get there? If you don't know where you have come from and where you are going and how to get there, then you are, even Google GPS can't help you to get there. Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba in closing says, every time humans are enveloped in darkness, and we have a very dark world today, if you look around, we should light a lamp and let that lamp ever shining within. Carry that lamp wherever you go. Wherever you go, when you walk into a room or congregation, you should be like that lamp. Everybody just lights up when they see you or when they interact with you. Brothers and sisters, if you have to travel 10 miles in the dark and you have a lantern or an oil lamp, let's say, or a torchlight with you, you cannot keep the lamp or the torchlight in one spot or put it down and then expect to get to your distance. The light will be shine. But if you carry that lantern with you, it will serve you all the way, even though you can only illuminate about 10 yards at a time. Not so? Be that lantern. Shine like that lamp. So your light, your path will always be illuminated. Always welcome Lakshmi Ma's blessings with an open heart. And may her radiance dispel shadows and illuminate our path of wisdom and prosperity with peace and happiness. The 4 elements required to light this inner lamp. If you want to light a lamp, like we light the diya, what are the 4 things we need? We need a container, the diya. We need oil. We need a wick and a matchbox or lighter. If any one of these is lacking, you can never light that lamp. The lamp can, however, remove the darkness only on the outside. Then how is the darkness of the heart to be removed? I ask you this tonight. How to remove the darkness of the heart? That also needs 4 elements. The first one, Vairagya, detachment. That's the detachment I spoke about. When you can leave this mundane world, leave the actions of this mundane world and just close your eyes and Om Namah Shivaya and fall asleep peacefully. The second one is Bhakti, which we all did here tonight and have been doing for the past few nights. Devotion. That's the oil. Ekagrata, one pointed mind. This is when I ask you, focus your mind on Bhagwan. Bring Ma to the center of your forehead. Ekagrata, single pointed focus. Not here, but mind is elsewhere. And Gyan, knowledge. Knowledge of the supreme truth, that's the matchstick. And without all 4 of those, that light of spiritual wisdom would never get lit. Brothers and sisters, as I close, the absence of attachment to this body is the goal that we are seeking. The ego feeling which makes one thing I at all time, I am this, I am that, should be given up. Me, mine, my position, my decision, my temple, my car, my phone, my harmonium. When you say my temple, you must be prepared to work with unity for all without barriers or walls. Wanting to put yourself, your ego and accomplishments first. Every one of us, yes, this is your temple and our temple. But first and foremost, it is God's temple of love and togetherness for all. So instead of saying what is mine and what is yours and what I can do and this and that the other, ask instead, how may I serve? How may I serve? See things in their proper perspective and give them their worth, but no more. There are greater things that grant us joy and peace. Try to get a hold of them. Everyone has a right to possess them. None can keep us away from our grasp. प्रेम से बोलो जगदम्बे भवानी शंकर माता की अम्बे जय जगदम्बे अम्बे जय जगदम्बे अम्बे जय जगदम्बे. Finally, as I close tonight, we do this final bhajan and then we will write it to Spencer Navaratri. Jai Narayani, Jai Jai Durge, Jai Jai Ambe Namo Namo. तेरा पावन सिमरन करके अंतर में सुख भराता, रोम रोम में प्रेम तिहारा, आके भक्ति बिखर जाता. जय कल्याणी जय जय दुर्गे जय अम्बे नमो. जय नारायणी जय जय दुर्गे जय अंतर में मंत्र बना दो, जीवन के गुण धारो ना. जन्म जन्म के संतों को देव से अपने जला दो ना. जय रुद्राणी जय जय दुर्गे जय अम्बे नमो. जय नारायण मंगल गाते देने वाली मनवांछित फल प्रदा से, वाली हारा के मैया कोई खाली नहीं जाए. जय ब्रह्मानी जय जय दुर्गे जय अम्बे नमो. जय नारायणी जय जय दुर्गे जय अम्बे भवानी शंकर माता की जय. कथा विसर्जन होत है, सुनो वीर हनुमान, रामा लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण. एक घड़िया दो घड़ी आदो में पुनियान, तुलसी संघट साधिके हटे कोटय अपराध. श्रोता सभा संगए शंभु गए कैलाश, रामायण मम हृदय महा आन करहु तुम पास. परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं. परमात्मैष्ठात् मोक्ष प्रदातं बाबा विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि. परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं, परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं. समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु, समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम. प्रेम से बोलो श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, भवानी शंकर माता की, अम्बे जय जगदम्बे. Koti, Koti, Dhanyavad. Devotees, put your hands together for our lovely musicians again tonight. Devi Mandir Pickering group. And I want to give special recognition tonight to our sound engineer by Sirajji. Thank you, well done indeed. Good job. Appreciate it. And to my Dharapatni, thank you so much. Didi?
Thank you, Babaji. Beautiful. So now I will call Uncle and Rashmi Pickering, one of our directors, to make the announcements. So everybody know who Uncle is. He's the one him and Sami that prepares the food for us every night. Rojan, beautiful Rojan, every single night. So I ask him as well, and he agreed to do it.
Thank you, Shani. Thank you, Panditji, Pandit Girish, Pandit Jag, Pandit Neil, and Pandit Village. And thank you, the people who have braved this inclement weather to be here tonight. The first I would like to do as the sponsors of the night, and we will start and have group to get group up, but Pandit give them the message. I will also like to thank Pandit Neil for that beautiful Chaitra because I came up late, but I still got the end part of the Ashta, and that was very beautiful. And it was in line with all white dogs run during the night shift and everything. And one of the things that I look at the life is we have these beautiful mothers all dressed up as women. And I look at two mothers that, being one innocent to patience, attention. And Panditji related that in the form of Govardhan Puja.
Go Mata.
Yeah. That is Mother and Ganga. We take everything to occasion. In my thought, Mother is what because we just take all of our own biological mother, grandmother, great grandmother, and that's why we do. Anyway, the final Navaratri celebrations will end with Mahan on the 108 coconuts. So, therefore, when you come on Saturday night, you bring your coconut and it will be put into the fire. Durga Ashtami will be held on Friday the 4th of April. Bring your gifts for the Kanyas and Ma Durga and Lord Shiva. Ram Navami will be celebrated on Saturday, April 5th, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Lunch will be served. Then the next weekend we have the Hanuman Jayanti, April 11 to 12. Devi Puja will be on Saturday from 9 a.m. to lunchtime to 12 noon, and then we'll have the singing of the Hanuman Chalisa from 12 noon until 8 p.m. or whenever it is finished, the 108 Hanuman Chalisa. And with that, that's all I have to announce as regards Mandir. But once again, I want to thank the parties of this Mandir who will be doing a wonderful job over the past 5 nights. And I also want to thank the Neil for the beautiful discourse. Sitaram, Lakshmi, and
Awesome. And just for the main puja, a lot of people are asking what they need to bring. The Mandir will supply all the puja items. What I would say is you will bring a little bit of flowers and some prasada, fruits, whatever you desire. devotees, thank you all for coming out, and we will see you again tomorrow. It's time for Aarti.
Thank you.